As a business, there is a lot that we fear, but the one thing that every business owner fears is being on camera. And I want to talk about 5 little bullet points that contribute to you feeling uncomfortable in front of the camera. Alright, so I wrote down everything for this episode, and I want to start the first one here with trauma. What comes along with trauma? Negative experience, right? So let's say you have experience in front of the camera, but there was something in your life that just went wrong when you did a presentation, or when someone filmed you for something, right? And your mind reverts back to that past event. And in turn, you think it's going to come up. You think it's going to happen again. What does that do? You get anxious, you get uncertain about things that you're saying, even though you're prepared. You're going to just get uncomfortable because you're waiting for that same issue to happen. And essentially, it's a mind game because you know it's not going to happen, but that uncertainty still plays a part. So it's one of those things where you just need to keep recording. I'm going to be saying this a lot to a lot of these answers or questions, by the way. You are going to film yourself a lot. Film yourself talking about different things like your favorite food, your favorite vacation, all these things. You don't have to post them, but just film them to get practice and to realize, hey, nothing's going to go wrong, but if something does go wrong, the beauty of video is you can stop and record. I've done that in this episode several times. And a nice little segue to this one, because the next one is fear of making mistakes. Now, being on camera, you have a mental mindset of one take, I got this, let's move on. Doesn't happen that way. When you make mistakes, like I said, the beauty of video is you can stop and record it. Doesn't matter. Sometimes I mess up words, or I'll say a name wrong, or something will happen. I'll be like, that's not going to work, and I'll redo it. Sometimes I leave it in because mistakes humanize you. Mistakes make you relatable. You want to be relatable to the people you're speaking to. Fear and mistakes go hand in hand, and they're a thing that you need to have because fear helps you to grow. It helps with growth and leads you down that road opportunity. Fear is, the best way I can say this is, fear is success in training. Simply put, that's all it is. Okay, next, we have lack of control. So lack of self-control, the reason why that's on here is because you have no control over your audience. And let me explain. So right now it's just me and my camera, right? Behind my camera, it's just couch, fireplace, my cat, that's it. If I was in an arena or some kind of conference setting, I can see when the audience is bored. I can see when they're excited. I can see when I've said something and it's reeled them in and it gets my blood going, right? I'm feeding off the energy. I don't have that feeling doing this, speaking in front of the camera. And so in turn, I don't feel like I have control. And that's one thing with video marketing that's a little tricky. I mean, that's one thing that contributes to this fear of being on camera is the lack of control, of not being able to see if someone loves what you're doing. You're just going to have to, after your videos has been posted, off of that's where the control comes in. You can see, oh, my audience retention span was great in this video, not good in this video. Let's get rid of that topic. Let's continue doing this topic. And in turn, you can gauge what's working and what's not working. And the next one, guys, honestly feeds into what I was just talking about, fear of judgment. It's the same thing. Right now, I can't tell if you're excited or if you're cursing me out or if you just don't like what I'm doing because I'm speaking to a lens. You fear that if you put something out, you're like, I don't know if they're gonna like it. Was the background dirty? I don't know what to do. You get in your head. And it's the same thing, guys. You have to experiment, you have to play, you have to get into this momentum of creating stuff and getting your face out there, getting the words out there. Otherwise, people are not gonna know that you exist. Last one, guys, and this is a big one, self-consciousness. So some people are self-conscious about the way that they speak, right? Or hearing your own voice. No one likes to hear their own voice on a voicemail. The way that you dress, your haircut. There's a lot of things that make you feel uncomfortable and uneasy. And to get over that when it comes to this world in video marketing is experience. Like I said, it's recording yourself talking about things that are non-professional related, or just recording with someone you trust, wife, a husband, a best friend, get some really positive feedback, and that's going to help you get that confidence of like, okay, no, I got this. Because if you're just sitting here recording by yourself and you do a playback and you see what's going on, you're going to see the same thing over and over again. But if you have someone with you being like, this was good, like continue doing this, this is really good. Are you sure you're not comfortable? Sometimes you need that boost. You need that push. So if you have someone like that in your life, invite them in, let them help you. But guys, that's it. That was everything on my list. And you know, if you have said yes to some of these bullet points, if you felt this way, you know what you need to do to work on it, right? You know, you just need to put your best foot forward and just record. And the process in it, you'll learn to love. I love the process that leads up into filming of planning what I need to do and hitting record, finding the right area to record in. Is the light okay? I love it. But I've been doing this for a long time. So the more experience you have, the more of these little bullet points are gonna slowly just to get ticked away, and you're gonna just love doing video, I promise you, but you gotta put in the work. Thanks guys for checking out this video. If you'd like to see more, comment below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.